Welcome all, hello, back to the channel, and as you guys know, as it's becoming the end of the year, it's the end of the year 2025, we get to look back, we get to look back on the year of music, and as we see a lot of these lists coming out, on the top songs of the year, the most streamed songs of the year, what have people been listening to the most, and to be honest, man, it's not been a bad year for music in general and in total, but when it comes to like the Billboard charts, when it comes to the most popular songs in the world and the music that people are listening to the most, it's rough. It's kind of brutal. It's you'll get what I mean when you see the list. So I wanted to go over, Spotify has released their top global top 10 songs of 2025, and I wanted to go over this list and also compare it to the previous years. So I have 2024 pulled up, 2023, 2022 to see if just like uniquely this year has been kind of rough or this has just been a thing for a while. So this is the top 10 songs globally for Spotify. Number 1, Die With a Smile. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars really is taking the number 1 spot for the whole year. This is kind of surprising to me. Of course, I expected it probably within like the top 5, but for it to be number 1.
I just woke up from a dream.
The main thing of Die With a Smile is that it's like just painfully fine. Like it's just fine. I just feel like they're purposefully like dumbing down their skill because both of them are incredibly talented artists. Even though Bruno Mars isn't specifically my style as much, it's no denying that they've made such better and more, interesting art and songs in the past. But it seems like they're almost like trying to dumb down their level of skill purposefully to appease to a broader audience to get radio play, to get a popular hit. It's literally going through the motions, clocking in. Yeah, it's like, because they're capable of so much more. And that's like kind of a broader conversation that shows, a lot of things about the industry. All these songwriters, even though they're capable of a lot more of experimentation and, different interesting structures for songs, they kind of stick to the same 4 chords and they stick to what they know is going to be successful because it's more ran like a business. It's kind of just made for easy listening. Yeah, that's kind of like the way that I see it. But, it's not a bad song by any stretch. I wouldn't say this is a bad song and I'm not like mad at it, but it is just such a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 when like both of these people are way more capable of something better. Number 2 though, Birds of a Feather. That's like probably one of the best picks on this list though. Not really any complaints here. Makes sense. Billie Eilish is like kind of the standout example for me for simultaneously an incredibly popular pop star, but simultaneously is trying to find her own voice. And it's not like she's, running her brand as a business as much, where she has songwriters, trying to come up with 4 chords that's going to be very marketable. It's just her. It's her art. She's trying to find her own voice. She is her own songwriter with her brother. But yeah, that is true though. This song was released in 2024 though, which is crazy. This isn't a 2025 song. So that's the most alarming thing about Birds of a Feather is that this album was released in like October-ish, and yet that's the second biggest song. That's crazy. But then number 3, Apata, Apartment, whatever you want to call it. Rosé and Bruno Mars. Again, it's kind of just like the same old problem with Die With a Smile. It's seemed like purposely dumbing down like your skill so that you could try to appeal to the most amount of people to get on like the billboards, to get on the radio. Comparing Apata and Die With a Smile is kind of crazy. Die With a Smile I would say is like probably better. They're still very different songs, but I think it gets to the same like core point of what I believe is the problem with them. So far, any of these songs wouldn't be like a under 5 out of 10 for me though. I wouldn't say any of that. Just the biggest problem is probably just being generic and very safe. However, at number 4, Alex Warren, Ordinary. Okay. What can I say about Alex Warren, Ordinary? Alex Warren, Ordinary. If we're talking about like basic songs, if we're talking about songs seemingly no like flavor, they have no like flair to them, playing it as possibly like as safe as possible, Alex Warren's Ordinary is kind of the song to exemplify that, to explain that, to be honest. I don't know if there's ever been like a drum entrance that is that flat. Like it just doesn't hit at all. There's supposed to be like this big dramatic climactic. It doesn't, man. It has like no emotional like pull for me, and it just feels so bland and stale. In addition to the modern mix that takes away all the dynamics and just completely like flattens out the sound. And to be honest, it really is a shame that he didn't even write this song, because that was at least the grace that I was trying to give him with this, is that maybe at least this is his own like expression. But it seems like that's not even the case either. 3 heavy songwriters, including his producer, has the main credits here, which that like it really is lame to me. Spiritually stomp clap hey. All right, next though at number 5, this is more of like a personal taste thing that personally I don't really get, but Bad Bunny, DTMF, and this album in general has been a hugely praised album, like amongst critics, amongst people, fans alike as well. But I just don't get it. I just personally don't get it. It's like not my style at all. And specifically, it's mainly the production and vocal processing. It has that modern problem to it. What even is that? Yeah, it's the processing. It's this added reverb in addition to the touching up. Yeah, it's the whole atmosphere that it creates too. I mean, this is more of a stylistic thing though. Quick interruption to the video. I'm trying to grow my social medias and I need your help. As I'm trying to expand more as a creator, I made a Twitch account that I'm going to be streaming on as in addition to YouTube as well as making a TikTok. So be sure to follow me on a TikTok as well. And Instagram. I'm going to be posting like random like, things about on my story about like what I'm doing, what I'm listening to, just overall life stuff. I would really appreciate if you follow those if you want to see more extra stuff. But yeah, back to the video. At number 6 though, Back to Friends, Somber is getting on here. Now, of course, like the main part of this, of course, comes from TikTok. Like that's kind of like the main thing. I'm pretty sure Somber completely blew up off of TikTok, and that's kind of like the main reasoning for his fame to begin with. Bark for top 10. Okay, we're not talking about that.
Bark for me right now. Good girl and boy.
Talking about how TikTok blew this up, a lot of people say that there isn't like this collective culture nowadays with, listening to music and just in general, because there's a lot of individualism. Everybody's wearing the clothes that they personally want. Everybody's listening to their own music that they personally want. There isn't like this collective idea that a lot of people are doing like in the 80s or 90s or 70s, where it seems like there is this like general trends that people go back to. But there isn't kind of this thing like nowadays in like 2020s, 2025 for the most part. And in a lot of ways, the media is what completely dictated the culture. So like things like MTV in the early 2000s and 90s as well, that dictated a lot of like how popular a song is going to be, kind of like make or breaking how popular something is going to be, just given the amount of airplay that they show it. But of course nowadays MTV is dead and that's not really around anymore. But I think it's just been replaced. It's not that this isn't completely a thing. It's just been replaced by algorithms. So like TikTok, Instagram Reels, getting a popular sound online to get your song out there and just be used as like background music, to be honest. But it's made for a purposeful reason, because this like self-feeding cycle, the influencer or creator wants their video to blow up. So they use a popular sound. So they pick something like Ordinary, which feeds the cycle of keeping Ordinary as a popular song, because as it's already popular, and it's going to keep getting fed by popular influencers who want their videos to blow up, who keep using the sound. So it keeps just like feeding itself, which I think is why you see in rotation and why the Billboard charts has like rarely changed all year. I feel like people are just listening to the same things over and over and over again. And part of that is because of the algorithm. Yeah, okay, moving on though. Then we got Golden by Huntrix. It's not bad. It's just, what do I say to not get the Huntrix K-pop Demon Hunters fans to, find my location? He's saying this so he doesn't get doxxed. The way I would put it is that it just feels like another song made to be for mass appeal, which it kind of just like strips away any kind of genuine or authenticity immediately from a first listen. Just not personally interesting to me, and I think it shows in like the quality of the work, basically. You're getting doxxed, lol. Don't blame me. Okay, different strokes. That's just me though. That's just me. Next though, Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA. I know people like this song. I think this is one of the most interesting songs on like kind of like GNX. I think there's a lot more interesting ones to pick, but I get why this is popular, with the SZA collab and everything. Not really mad at that one. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Gracie Abrams, though, I mean, she's just, again, kind of just like a Taylor Swift spawn for me. And this song particularly is like a similar problem of too. Just, I don't feel like has much like personality or whatever. It doesn't really speak to me. Can you play it? Who is she? Man, you've never heard this?
I could go and read your mind. Think about your dumb face all the time.
It's like the generic song. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but notice it really just is like such a trend here of like, man, these are just such generic safe songs, which I guess makes sense. We're looking at the most popular songs in the world, but damn, it's just, I feel like it's uniquely kind of rough. The last song to finish off this though is Wildflower by Billie Eilish, and that's a legit song. I think that's the best song on this whole list, to be honest, I would say. But again, that's from 2024. This isn't a 2025 song.
in the back of my mind all the time.
Her tone is just so cool here. It's so good. It's a very stripped down song. It's a very purposefully. But I wanted to compare this to 2024 to see if it's just been uniquely this year or if, you know, it's kind of just been this way for a while. So the top 10 songs globally in 2024 was Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, kind of expected. Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. Okay. You know, maybe we actually had it good this year. 3 Birds of a Feather again, though. Oh, what? Okay, so that's the thing. That's crazy. So in 2024, Birds of a Feather is 3, and in 2025, it's 2. Gotta Only, Lose Control by Teddy Swims. Oh, man, hold on. I think 2024 is far worse already. I'm sorry. Man, Teddy Swims, the guy who most recently admitted to using AI in his, like, music, that is, like, the biggest artist who's came out and admitted to using AI so far. Like, Billboard charting, huge, massive artist with, like, 50 million monthly listeners. Just completely shameless like that. End of the Beginning, 2 Sweet by Hosier. Okay, we're getting some better picks, at least, though, here. Cruel Summer, Taylor, Weekend, Die With A Smile again. I would say these are kind of matched, though. These are, they do have, like, the lows of Benson Boone, Beautiful Things, I have to say, kind of Lose Control, Teddy Swims. It kind of does have the lows. And then 2023, what was 2023? Flowers, Miley Cyrus. Damn, yeah, I forgot how big that was. Kill Bill. Kill Bill is a solid song. As It Was by Harry Styles. I'm an As It Was defender. People hate on As It Was, which, you know, for the most part, I get it. It's like an insanely overplayed song to a crazy degree, and anything overplayed is, of course, going to get, like, crazy annoying for people. But As It Was is a solid song. And I'm not a Harry Styles. I'm kind of like the furthest thing from a Harry Styles guy. I actually couldn't name you 5 songs, but As It Was is the best I've ever heard his vocals. And it had a legit melody. Yeah, where was We Are Charlie Kirk, We Carry the Flame? But I think that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to talk about this just because overall, like, 2025 ends of lists. So thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, plenty more videos coming out. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Thank you very much. If you liked, if you want to sub to see more, I would appreciate it. Thanks for the Patreon viewers. If you want a shout at the end of these videos, as well as access to a Discord channel, you could join for tiers 2 and 3. You get that. But thank you very much. All right, there we go.